Welcome to Computing at Home with Digital Schoolhouse. Here we're delivering out-of-the-box computing activities that are accessible, educational and fun. To all the learners watching, remember you can pause the video at any time to take notes, collect your thoughts or take part in the activity alongside me. Parents and guardians, you might want to watch the next bit as it explains how to access our resources, but after that feel free to join in or sit nearby to supervise if you want to. Let's get started. For Jazzy Jigsaws, you're going to need a jigsaw. Try to make sure it's not too complicated because it makes it quite difficult to do the activities. So you can either choose one of ours from our website or use your own. Or even, if you want to, if you print off the sheet that has the plain jigsaw grid on it, you could even design your own. To access these resources, click on the link below. If you prefer to access our resources via our website, go to digitalschoolhouse.org.uk, click on Resources, scroll down the page and find Playful Computing Activities, click on Activity Resources, click on Discover More, scroll down the page and find Jazzy Jigsaws. Here you'll find several different jigsaws that are available to you. Click on the one that you like the look of. And then you'll need to print it double-sided so that you'll be able to use it for this activity. Alternatively, click on the magnifying glass, type in Jazzy Jigsaws into the search bar, hit search. The activity will be the second item in the search results, and you'll find you can access all of the resources available for this activity. Feel free to pause the video now and collect your resources together. So what are we going to learn by completing this activity? Well, this activity links to all 5 of the computational thinking skills: algorithmic thinking, decomposition, abstraction, generalisation and evaluation. Don't worry if you've not heard of those words before. I'll explain more after the activity. Grab your puzzle and you're going to use this now to create the picture. So spend some time, put the puzzle together, but as you're doing it, think about the processes that you're going through. Think about the ideas and the algorithm that you're using to put your puzzle together. So for example, you might start by finding all the edges, okay? Think about the rules that you're putting in place to recreate the puzzle. And I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I hope that you've pretty much finished your puzzle. I'm just placing my last piece now. There we go. And I wonder if you followed the same algorithm as I did for creating your puzzle. This is the steps of my algorithm. See if you agree with me. So this is what I did. First, I found the edge and corner pieces. Then I placed the corner pieces. After that, I sorted the pieces to find the edges. Then I joined those edge pieces together to create a frame. Then I found pieces with a similar pattern or a similar colour. Then I placed and fit those together. Then I arranged groups of puzzle pieces inside the frame. And then finally, I added in any missing pieces. So I wonder if you followed the same rules as I did, or whether you came up with a different solution for creating and finishing your puzzle. What's really interesting about puzzles is actually they're a really good way of describing how the internet works. Because when you send a picture over the internet, they're not sent as a single file, they're sent in individual pieces. So each piece of the picture is sent separately, and we call those pieces packets. So when they reach their destination, so maybe you sent an email to a friend with a picture in it, when your friend receives that email, the computer uses a protocol, which is another name for a set of rules, to put the picture back together, just like you did with your jigsaw. So what you could do now is come up with the algorithm or the protocol for putting a puzzle back together, and then give that to somebody else and see if they can follow your instructions. See if they can follow your protocol for creating the puzzle. Let's have a look at what you've learned. So first of all, you've looked at algorithmic thinking. You thought of different ways of solving your puzzle using different algorithms. Also, you've learned about decomposition. Decomposition is when something is broken up into smaller pieces. So what you've been doing is learning about breaking your puzzle, breaking your picture up into lots of smaller pieces. That's an example of decomposition. You've also learnt about abstraction, which is the completed puzzle and it forms an image, a model or representation of something, but you've had to hide the complexity when you solved the puzzle. You only thought about the colours or the shapes, you didn't necessarily think about the whole picture. That's abstraction. You learnt a little bit about generalisation. If you came to one idea, one strategy to solve the puzzle quickly and effectively, will the same thing work for all puzzles, or will you need to make adjustments to accommodate different puzzle sets? Finally, you also used evaluation. You were testing out your strategies for solving your puzzle and improving them along the way. And as an extra, we also learned a little bit about how the internet works. We learned about packets and that a picture, or in fact anything sent on the internet, is broken down into smaller chunks and we call those packets. If you've really enjoyed this activity and want to take it further, why not pair up with someone and see if they can follow your protocol for recreating the jigsaw? That way you'll know if your instructions are really good. Or you could try coming up with a different way of solving the puzzle and see which way is quicker. This is actually part of algorithmic thinking, and there's always more than one way to do something. And actually what computer scientists do is measure to see which of the algorithms is the best for completing the activity. Thank you for taking part. I hope you've had fun and learnt something new. If you have any questions or feedback for me, please email dsh@uke.org.uk. Now, we'd love to see you learning computing at home with Digital Schoolhouse. Parents and guardians, please feel free to share any images or videos using the hashtag computingathome on Twitter or on Facebook. You can find our contact information in the section below or at the end of this video. Lastly, I wanted to say a huge well done for taking part today. I'm Estelle and look forward to seeing you next time.